Welcome everybody to today's topic. We're going to be discussing a huge environmental stressor that not many of us are aware of. We weren't for many, many years, and it was causing a lot of symptoms that we were unaware of being caused from EMF and EMR. EMF stands for electromagnetic frequencies or electromagnetic radiation. Stuff like non-ionizing radiation from X-rays, your cell phones, cell towers, Wi-Fi routers, computers, laptops, all emit this EMF frequency, which is non-native. Non-native means it's not natural. It's something that man created, and these frequencies are, again, not like nature created it. So what they sound like, if we were to put auditory cues to these environmental frequencies from our cell phones, is something like a car alarm or an Amber Alert or an alarm clock. It's a constant signal.
It's chaos.
Chaos. Same frequency, same sound. And again, this is more prevalent in the past 30 years, and with 20,000 plus 5G satellites and towers coming into existence now, we have to adapt. And if we don't adapt, it's going to continue to be a huge environmental stress as far as our health and how it deteriorates our cells. And we'll get more into detail on studies of how it does. But EMF and EMR, again, it's going to create a stress response within the body. That constant signal or frequency from your phone, Wi-Fi router, creates the stress response, the fight or flight response inside the cell. And the cell and the body has to continue to fight it off constantly, even when you sleep. So we're going to go into detail on solutions that you can begin to create to eliminate, mitigate, and remove this stressor so that your body can become more into its optimal state. Nick's going to go through some symptoms that you may be having, be aware of, that could be caused from too much exposure to EMF and EMR exposure.
So these may seem like pretty general symptoms, but that's why we focus on the foundational fitness program first. And this is one of the big heavy hitters in this program, EMF. And it's basically like the silent killer. And a lot of people won't really notice results for maybe a couple of days, but once they kind of incorporate these solutions in their lifestyle, they'll kind of see these symptoms slowly start to fade away. Whether that's fatigue, brain fog. I know a lot of my clients get migraines, stuff like that. So fatigue and brain fog, inability to focus, inflammation, usually systemic inflammation throughout the entire body. That's what that means. Insomnia, anxiety, that was my biggest one. I was sleeping next to a Wi-Fi router. I didn't even know it. I wasn't aware. And my phone. And then digestive issues as well. So candida has definitely been shown to correlate with EMFs, as in the more EMFs you're exposed to, the more candida overgrowth you'll experience, fungal overgrowth.
Also too, again, with any other stressor, a stress is going to deplete the body's magnesium levels, and what do you need for stomach acid? Magnesium. So you can see how all this kind of correlates together.
Yes, that's why I'm trying to keep it simple for you guys. Just focus on the stress. It's an anti-stress. If you get this out of your life, or at least mitigate it, that's the point of this. Reduced fertility, huge one. You can imagine that as a man, myself, since I was like, 14 years old, had my cell phone when they had 3G, and then 4G, and then recently 5G, and then I got rid of that, and I was having that in my pocket all day, day in and day out. That's right next to your genitals, guys. Right next to your balls. Not good. Same thing with women. And
we have studies posted below on this video. Dr. Deborah Davis goes into extreme amount of detail in her YouTube videos showing correlation, not saying it's causation, but women having their phones next to their breasts and how breast tumors and cancers can be created through this cell phone being close to our body. She goes into extreme amount of details, and we'll put more studies and references below so you can continue to do your own research.
Yes, right. So reduced fertility, calcium channels, basically opens up the calcium channels, calcification, not good. That's why we need obviously more magnesium bicarbonate.
Like dehydrating the cells, it's going to create a lot of dehydration.
Yes, fascia gets nice and tight, not good. Hormonal imbalance, retroviral activation.
EMFs, yep. Dr. Klinghardt talks about how 10 to 15% of our genes are retroviruses, and these get activated through being around a lot of EMFs. And again, retroviruses are found in so many diseases and illnesses.
Exactly. Yep. So the last one was just migraines, heart, arrhythmias. Basically same thing as fatigue and brain fogs. Anything that's messing with our frequencies and our hearts and our brain is definitely going to have a problem long term. And that's the key point of this video. This is more of a long-term thing. With 5G, I think it's going to be more short-term. We're going to notice the side effects a lot quicker with all these 5G cell towers that are being installed recently, obviously with the coronavirus and stuff going on.
And again, think about, this is an environmental stress. So as stress specialists that mitigate stress, we want to focus on continuing to eliminate this stress while implementing anti-stressful habits, because all these issues and symptoms are really just elevated stress hormones and a deficiency in energy production. Now going back to the calcification real quick, if you put a piece of steak in a microwave without a wet paper towel on it, that steak will get very dehydrated. It's basically what's happening to our body and to our tissues in this environment of EMF and EMR, laptops, computers. We're dehydrating ourselves. We're going dehydrated. It's literally sucking the water out of our cells. Again.
And then what can happen is basically potassium and magnesium can kind of sit outside of the cell, creating this edema-like effect. Dehydration basically, and calcium and sodium is what replaces that cell's main water or mineral source basically. So,
Calcium floods in.
Yep. So, real quick, I wanted to mention though, you heard me talk about the coronavirus and stuff. I wasn't lying. They are installing a lot more 5G cell towers, so this is why it's more important than ever to get aware of EMF radiation, because you're going to start experiencing a lot more symptoms these next few months coming up.
And no one educated us about the exposure and the detrimental effects of EMF and EMR radiation. Again, you have to do your own research, but this is a very important stress that is in our life, especially as millennials. We've been in it since we've basically been born. Now, the dangers of Bluetooth, next topic. Again, we all use Bluetooth. It's very common nowadays. Bluetooth, again, is another source of EMF and EMR. It's a very toxic source, especially like the Beats and the Apple AirPods, is because they're a class 1 Bluetooth device. So that means it has a 200 to 300 foot range. And if you have your cell phone on you and then you have a Bluetooth, you're just pinging yourself of radiation constantly. And that's a huge stress to the body. Again, if we want to focus on immune system and keeping our immune system strong in this time, we have to reduce our EMF exposure. If not, we're not crossing all our T's and dotting all our I's. Now, as far as solutions, what can you begin to do to eliminate and mitigate this? Number 1, get out of the city, go to nature. Get away from all this technology as much as you can. Make it an effort. Number 2, make sure you're not carrying your phone on your body. And if you are, put it on airplane mode. The phones, the cell phones, the laptops it's going to create what's called an inverse square law. So the farther away you have that piece of technology away from you, the less of an effect it's going to have. The closer it is, the more of an effect. Again, eliminate Bluetooth. If you have to use headphones, try to use AirTube. That's what we recommend. We'll put that in the description below. Turn off your Wi-Fi router as much as you can and direct connect your laptops. Less frequencies, less stress in your environment. Again, put your phone on airplane mode. Focus on anti-stressful foods. Reference our blog post and our YouTube videos on what foods to focus on that are going to cause an anti-stress. And then, of course, the main topic of what we use to block this and to mitigate our exposure is Blushield. Blushield is a Tesla technology. Like we were talking about in the beginning of the video, how these EMFs continue to create a constant stimulation of noise. If we were to put auditory cues, it's like a car alarm. Tesla technology, we have the cube, and we also have, you hold that, Nick, we have a portable that we carry around. This is Tesla technology. So this, every 30 seconds, if you see the little light flashing, will emulate a frequency that's natural to nature, that's more symphonic. It's not like a car alarm, it's more of a natural symphony. Your body can actually recognize it. That's what we've evolved to be around, is nature, not these technological devices. And this is an algorithm that releases that natural frequency that our body can, I can harmonize to this frequency and not the cell phones, the Wi-Fi routers, and the cell towers. So that your body doesn't have to continue fighting off this EMF stress. It's one less stress, and it's a huge one because it's ongoing 24/7. So this is a portable. Again, this is the cube, so this is a 300-foot sphere. So if you're in the city, we always recommend a cube. They also have the Ultra. We don't have the Ultra, but the Ultra is even stronger than the cube. The portable is what we take when we go out into town. The portable is like taking the cube with you, basically. Because the cube is a plug-in, the portable is, again, portable. I've seen a tremendous difference. I've used this product for almost 2 years now. I started with the portable, and then we upgraded to the cube because we're in the city, 5G's coming, we have to prepare. If not, you're gonna be stuck behind.
Exactly.
Okay? And these products are not that expensive. They may seem expensive, but this combo, say I bought 2 portables and a cube, that would cost you about $1,000. With our discount, it'll knock it down to like $800. So $800 for the rest of your life. You're eliminating this EMF stress. It's a one-time purchase and it's with you for the rest of your life. That's the cool thing. Again, we're about adapting to this unnatural, stressful life that we live in. Again, we're going to continue to source studies and references below, if you don't believe everything we say, to continue to do more research. Nick is going to show you guys some studies on the Blushield website of what this technology actually does to human blood cells, to urine analysis. So Nick, go ahead and show them that.
So guys, this is straight from the Blushield website, blushield-us.com. This is a live blood cell analysis testing. Basically, it's just a gentleman in his mid-30s, high level exposure to high levels of EMF, like everybody, pretty much. And if you just scroll down here, this is before the Blushield. This shows the red cells membranes are ghosting, basically, that's exploding. Due to their weakened state, red cells are literally disappearing while being watched during live blood analysis.
And now what's the importance of red blood cell? The red blood cells carry your oxygen into your cells and tissue. If you cannot get oxygen into your tissue, you cannot produce energy. All functions to the human body, whether it's digestion, whether it's thinking, whether it's sleeping, whether it's recovery, hormones, it needs energy.
Yep, and so that was before. You can see the kind of limited amount of blood cells there, and then here they're kind of congregating. After the Blushield, within 2 months, the red cells have notably stronger membranes and fewer parasites. Despite the subject having a cold, it's marked improvement in blood quality. No change in diet or lifestyle. Well, this is a lifestyle change, we believe.
Yeah.
Blood tests before Blushield. Once again, there's a lot of parasites, crystallization taking place. Red cells are bunched together in our irregular shape. And here you can see crystallization has ceased and the red cells are more regular shape distribution. Remarkable improvement despite no change in diet and lifestyle.
So they have multiple other studies on there of a 1-year dairy cow, how the cows produce more dairy. Again, these are animals, but it's going to affect them the same way as humans. There's a urine analysis if you want to check that out as well. Again, we'll post a bunch more references. Dr. Deborah Davis, she's the #1 I think to really look into. She goes through an 1.5-hour lecture of going into detail of how cell phones, laptops, tablets are affecting our cells, affecting how we recover, affecting human biology. So again, take a look at that below. If you want to invest into Blushield, we highly recommend it. We'll put the links below. You can use our code ConsciousLift to save some money on it. It's a one-time investment and you're investing into your health. Your return on investment is bigger than you think, because if you look at the front page of our website, we show you how so many issues and diseases can cost a lot of money later on in your life. And you may not be aware of this stress now, but we'll tell you that we had to become aware of it because we both got sick.
Yep.
So it's really up to you. Do more research. Don't listen to all of the things we say.
And once again, it's not the cure-all. It's just
Yeah.
one big part of the picture, which
Huge part.
could and probably will make a huge difference in your life. You'll notice physical changes, like we talked about earlier. These symptoms will start to dissipate. Take some time, and honestly, it depends on your lifestyle, your job, your environment, your habits. I had a lot of clients that are sleeping with their phone under their bed, like I said. So that's why you still need to incorporate it with these habits. You can't keep doing these stupid habits and then have the Blushield think you're just invincible.
Exactly, yeah.
Just like with any part of our program, it's all about building that foundation.
Continue to eliminate these stresses while implementing anti-stressful habits that increase the energy production of the body. So I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Check out our website, mitigatestress.com. We always post a lot of free blog posts, information up there. If you want to support our work, feel free to donate. We've constantly update our foundational fitness program. It's a one-time investment where we go through a lot of this, we educate you more, we give you more solutions on all aspects to health. And thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one.